Hello, it's just on here again from Operation Alpha with tip number 5 in this video series. And I have a question from James Portugal, and he asks, how can I train with confidence, especially if I'm training on my own, if I'm worried about overexerting or moving in the wrong way, which could potentially aggravate an old back injury? Okay, great question. Obviously, a lot of guys over 30 have aches and pains and niggles. The statistics on people that have a bad back issues is absolutely frightening as well. So yeah, the confidence issue, that's an interesting point. I think there's a kind of a real trend for people who have back issues to almost catastrophize the whole idea of having a back injury. It's kind of associated with being something that's very serious, very debilitating, almost impossible to recover from, and something that you have to be very, very careful and cautious about, which is understandable because obviously, if you've ever experienced lower back pain, it is very, very debilitating while it's there, and if you have an injury, it can take a long time to recover from. So you can get into this kind of mindset where you are very, very protective of that area, and it's almost like you're guarding it the whole time by not allowing it to work or to move in the way that it's intended to. So your movement can become restricted. You can compensate by using other muscles, and as a result, because that muscle is not being used, it starts to lose mobility and it loses strength as well, which just exacerbates the problem. So it becomes this kind of almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy, where you have this mentality of wanting to guard it, but actually that's not allowing it to recover because it's not receiving the movement or the stimulation that it requires to get back to functioning properly. So part of it is psychological. Then obviously the next thing is common sense and applying a little bit of intelligence. Now, certainly as you could probably pick up, I would suggest that movement is really important for recovery. So you want to be moving, but you want to be doing it in an intelligent way, which obviously means not going, into your gym and, racking up 120 kilos on a bar and deadlifting it from the floor. That's, obviously not what you want to be doing. But what you do want to be doing is maybe some nice rotational, slow, dynamic yoga type moves to mobilize the lower back, and then working more on body weight exercises, maybe some lunges and squats, and just very carefully reintroducing the hip hinging and squatting type movements to get the lower back going. But if you have had a back injury, of course, the problem can be is that it won't always be happy with this, and it can get a little bit angry and flare up from time to time, and that of course can get the alarm bells ringing and set you back. So you have to be quite brave sometimes. You've got to manage it, you've got to use your common sense, you've got to back it